Hi, everyone. My name is Alex Berger, and I'm a technical marketing engineer for the Meraki switching platform. In this video, we're going to go over how to configure adaptive policy groups and what they're used for. So first thing we have to do is navigate to Organization and Adaptive Policy. The first menu we're brought to is the Adaptive Policy Groups menu. This is where we create our unique classifications of devices and users that connect to the network that we want to apply policy to. Now, when this is a brand new feature, the only two groups that are configured are unknown and Meraki internal. A couple key bits of information about the unknown group is that it is anything that has not been classified by either authentication on the network, static configuration on a port or SSID, or through an IP to SGT map. Now, unknown traffic is going to include a lot of things. From a switching perspective, we'll include broadcast traffic. So a DHCP request can be marked unknown, and a number of other things, including most internet traffic. So be careful when you are configuring policy later that you don't block access to unknown, especially for specific connectivity methods. Most devices should be able to communicate to unknown or only have specific access to that unknown tag group. But I will explain that in more detail in another video. Now, the Meraki internal tag of 2, this is what all the network devices use to tag the traffic that they generate. So like an access point, if it was to ping another device, would tag its traffic with an SGT value of 2. This is that communication tag that each network device uses to talk to each other. Now, every other tag that's created in this network right now are ones that I created, and they can be as unique or as basic as needed depending on the deployment. But the whole idea is that this is a unique enough classification that any device that gets this tag gets the same policy. Now, another aspect of these tags is that they also allow us to carry identity through the network. So as a user or device is connected and gets a specific tag, that tag is applied to every packet that client generates. And so that it gets carried from every hop through the network, allowing us to apply policy and to understand that source identity, no matter what the IP address is. And keeping in mind that all of these tags are IP agnostic, so they could be IPv4, IPv6 traffic. In the end, they allow us to apply an identity to a packet without having to worry about that IP address. Now, these are used in a number of different ways, but first and foremost, we can apply a tag to a device through the SSID, through the switch port, or if we're performing 802.1x authentication through an attribute response. So we can apply these in extremely granular or extremely basic ways, depending on the requirements for the installation. Now, one thing to understand is that it's very easy to add a group. So we can click Add here, and all we have to do is name it, give it an SGT value. So we can put anything from, honestly, from tag 3 to 65,518 or 19. And then we can also apply a description. And you'll notice here we have this network object binding. So in the future, we will allow you to create network objects for subnets or groups of subnets and apply them to a specific SGT. So that if you did have resources that are external to the adaptive policy domain, we can still apply a tag and perform policy on traffic from that source SGT or to that SGT as a destination. Now, this concludes this video. I hope it was informative for you, and thank you for viewing.